So, as we think about our service department, comebacks, redos are a very, very expensive part of the whole process, Sarah. I used to own an aviation maintenance company years and years ago, and I always told my technicians, you don't get comebacks in airplanes. I mean, we think about comebacks, and you think about, I always tell guys again, once it's in the air, they kind of expect it to stay there. So we want to be known as the place that's a little bit more expensive, Sarah, but the place when it's done perfectly. I hear some shops say, oh, we don't have but a few comebacks or whatever. Sarah, you and I, Trevor, you travel a lot. If you thought from an airline standpoint, only 2% of the time do their planes fall out of the air, we would pause just a moment going like, wow, this is my 100th flight, Trevor, 2%. I think I'm going to wait. Sarah, you go ahead. I'll catch up with you later in Kansas City. All right, this one. So the comebacks are the piece that we have to watch because they're so expensive. And dealers say, well, how do you keep comebacks from happening? It's all about your processes, Sarah, in your service department. We work in construction, ag, we work with RV dealers, trailer dealers, outdoor power. I tell people again, when you're doing a complex repair, not something that's a simple service, but you're doing a complex repair. And again, when it comes to RVs, Sarah, your technicians have to be plumbers and electricians and HVAC guys. An RV is a very complex piece of equipment going up and down the road. But when you're doing complex repairs, I never have the technicians, Sarah, that did the repair do the quality check on things. When we worked on airplanes, the guy that did the work was not the final quality check. I had another technician who had fresh eyes, who didn't make assumptions, do the checks on it. Now, we build this all to the customer. But again, Sarah, the comebacks are the killers on it. We don't get to charge again a second time for it. And Sarah, probably the biggest thing is it starts to really impact our reputation. And when it comes to service, and I tell every service manager, every owner of a dealership, we want to be known in the world of service as the place that charges more than anybody else. But we want our people to say they're expensive over there. But if you want it done, right, and you want it done quickly, that's where you take it. And I think sometimes when dealerships, we get caught up into this, well, we can't charge but this much. Charge whatever you have to charge. Most of you have more work than you can handle coming in right now. And so you need to move your labor rate up anyway. Your labor rate, Sarah, becomes either a brake or an accelerator into your service department. And I think sometimes we get so caught up on the fact that, well, we can't charge the customer that much. We can't do this. Your responsibility as a service manager in the service department is put out quality work, make sure it's done correctly in a timely way. That's what your job is as a service manager. So Sarah, comebacks are a real killer on it. Now, in our dealerships we work with, we have bonus programs that are set up for technicians. So if they're 85 to 100% efficient, Sarah, they get an extra $2 bonus on every billable hour they produce. If they're 101 to 125% efficient, they get a $4 bonus. And if they're 126% efficient or higher, they get a $6 bonus. But if you have one comeback, you lose it all. Not just on that unit, you lose 100% of your bonus for that 2 week, because we bonus every 2 weeks. You lose 100% of your bonus with one comeback, right? One comeback. And so our technicians in the dealerships we work with, Sarah, are really focused on quality work. I tell guys, again, don't rush through it. If you need more time, come to me as a service manager. I can get you more time, right? But don't rush through it so you can get it out because you feel pressure to kick it out. Your job, once you're in there and you're the technician, your job is to do it correctly. I don't want my heart surgeon rushing through the job because he's got another guy waiting after me. Take your time, relax. I'm happy to pay just a little bit more. So Sarah, I'd like to have everybody also rate them cells on a 1 to 5. 1 is, boy, we've got a lot of comebacks or reviews coming in. 5 is, Bob, we are quality fanatics. It doesn't leave our service department until we know it is perfect, because when that guy, the husband and wife, are taking that unit that you worked on and now they're traveling away from Utah, coming to Kansas City, right? I don't want it to break down in Colorado. Lord only knows we don't want to stop in Colorado. We want to get through there and get onto Missouri as fast as we can. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 1, Sarah, we are terrible with our quality. 5 is we live and breathe quality.